Retrocast Tech is back and ready to blow your mind with next-level construction tips that will change the game. Let's get it on! And you thought this kind of thing was reserved for Spider-Man. And all this work occurs before the concrete gets poured. This ingenious invention is designed to replace cardboard tubes to form concrete columns for residential or commercial use. Cardboard tubes? Ha! Who needs them? Little life hack for those of you who like a drywall. These flowers look so good, you could almost smell them. These are spiral wound liners, an innovative method for restoring and rehabilitating pipes. There's no need to risk lower back injury when you've got one of these things. Believe it or not, this is a mechanical exoskeleton. If you have one of these, then there's no difference between you and a crustacean. Expand your construction horizons with this expanding foam. Top tips for all your wall design needs. This is called a tidal lane, meaning it changes over time, like the tides, but according to people's needs. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the world's largest zipper. This is a mud brick machine. Guess what it makes? That's right, mud bricks. You win a cookie. It's not only a highly effective tool, you can also pretend you're a soldier with a huge gun. This wall is more than a wall. It's brick art. Thought there was only one way to solder? Think again. Cutting flooring can be more than a little annoying, unless you've got a more than handy trick. This is a double-bladed stone quarrying machine, cutting your stone quarrying time in half. Welcome to the wonderful and highly necessary world of sewer robots equipment. Given the job it's designed to do, it's a miracle how it manages to remain so clean. A demonstration of an autonomous robot application using an all-purpose joint compound on drywall in a construction site. Avoid back strain by getting an entirely new skeleton. How to waterproof your bathroom, for those of you who splash more in the bath than the average walrus. Garage floors are never the most interesting of places, unless you're in this one. This is the Naruto plastering machine working alongside its human plastering colleague. Brace yourself, you're about to see the largest crawler crane in China. Significantly easier than carrying the bricks up yourself. If you're walking on a slant, then you need a self-leveling floor. On the other hand, you might just be drunk. This guy creates imitation wood to save you the trouble of cutting down an imitation tree in an imitation forest. I wonder if this is how the ancient Greeks and Romans made their pillars. Mosaics have been around for centuries, and for good reason. Where would we be without stairs? Well, probably downstairs a lot more. Wood is very rarely naturally perfect, but there are ways around that. This may look like a huge Lego set, but it's actually a new and ingenious form of brick by Plex Building Systems. This machine is being operated by a universal UR5E robot. It never complains about low wages and never takes any sick days. The Charlotte Tunnel boring machine finally makes its exit back in 2012. These laminated concrete panels are the only way to make a concrete floor this big. Also, it stops people from stepping in it. Facade Click is a dry building system. No need for any of that pesky mortar. This is how drainage is installed by the pros. It's not just the word moist that everyone hates, it's the feeling of a moist lawn too. An ingenious way to make use of gauze. You don't need a degree in geometry to create geometric perfection. There are wall tiles and there are floor tiles, and if you don't know what you're doing, then all of them are annoying. This chainsaw machine cutting equipment fitted on a backhoe is a game changer in the block trimming process. Often found in a stone quarry, this is a combined guillotine machine for horizontal and vertical stone cutting. As you can see, diamond wire is capable of giving you something slightly more severe than a paper cut. It's concrete, Jim, but not as we know it. This, folks, is fabric form concrete. Some underfloor heating tips for those of you who can't stand having cold feet. A simple laser level hack. Our gift to you. Enjoy! Woodwork has been around since our very earliest ancestors, which is probably why there are so many tricks of the trade. Floor edges can often drive you to the edge of insanity. Nothing's quite as effective as cutting through metal as a laser. This is the Sardar Jaw Rock Crusher, which completely lives up to its name. This concrete 3D printer can operate in the most challenging environments, whether it's rough terrain, steep slopes, or even geographically remote areas. A new robotic method for spatial timber construction. That's right, even the ancient human art of woodwork is being done by robots now. A time-lapse of a construction project, piece by piece, frame by frame. Minecraft fans will love this. A non-explosive cracking agent. This is the kind of thing that could put bomb makers out of business. Wood grain concrete. Yep, you heard right. Bricklaying can be a surprisingly intricate art. Unlock your plier's true potential. The wall screw injection pile is a mixed-in-place pile system that can be used in very limited workspaces. With this system, high compressive and tensile load capacities can be achieved. Piles being hammered into the ground at the very start of a house construction. A special kind of decoupling matting installed by a special kind of matter whose name is Matt. No, it isn't. Sorry, I can't back that up. This insulating plaster keeps your house nice and warm, which is essential if your marriage leaves you cold. These ground anchors are used to secure a building to the ground, because the last thing you need is for it to float away like a weird balloon. Just a simple wedge jig for all you simple wedge jig fans. Don't you hate it when wood splits? Well, good news. You never have to worry about that again. Another woodworking technique to get you back to nature in an efficient way. It's 3D concrete printing again. This time we can see every step of the process due to this time-lapse clip. This shingle timber pavilion was created by master students on ETH Zurich's digital fabrication course, who developed robotic fabrication techniques to minimize the waste involved in its construction. This is the TU-515R truck unloader, which enables workers to load barges from trucks. Soon enough, you'll be able to hire a robot just like this to do your construction work. It shows up on time, and you won't have to make it several cups of coffee while it's in your house. A serious construction solution using some serious staples. A bit of a step up from the ones you use to stick pieces of paper together. Underfloor heating not only keeps your feet warm, it also keeps things nice and cozy for the mice who live under there too. No Allen key? No problem. Drilling would be a lot easier if it wasn't for all that pesky dust, right? It's tooltip time. Were there enough T's in that sentence for you? The demolition of the Bay Bridge back in 2016. This weird and wonderful material is known by the name Earthlock, and here it is being installed by a river. It's called a canvas machine, and this is it in action. This foundation system enables you to place a terrace on soft surfaces. And look at all those crazy gadgets! James Bond would be happy with any of them. Check out this incredible contraption. It can lift things that even the Hulk would take a look at and go, nah. The most heavy-duty braces since the ones you had on your teeth as a teenager. Placing your holes with impressive precision. Concrete is hard. This tool hack, on the other hand, is not. We've all been here, but this is how you get out of it. RoboMill, developed by Industrial Robotics Company, is capable of replacing dangerous manual tasks performed by skilled workers. It will cope with complex, repetitive, and monotonous tasks while ensuring accuracy, consistency, and safety. Woodcutting with robot KUKA KR360 KRC4 with HSD spindle and 20 meters lineal track. A short montage of the KUKA 6-axis robot arm showing off some transitions and general capabilities. This formwork is used to create various structures. And even more importantly, it's yellow, which is my favorite color. And you thought having holes in your roof was a bad thing. Unlike trapeze artists, the items held up by these trapeze baskets don't need a net. Another handy technique to resolve a similar issue. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and more than one way to use washers. This is a steel cable brush, and this is what it does. This is Speedy, the concrete distributor operating in a precast production plant. The distribution of concrete in a precast manufacturing plant is a key factor in the overall efficiency of the system. The new safe confinement is a structure put in place in 2016 to confine the remains of the number 4 reactor unit at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine, which was destroyed during the Chernobyl disaster in 1986. With the help of, among other things, shuttering and deshuttering robots, custom-built gripper beams, and automated reinforcement production, this carousel plant is an example of automation and innovation. These are basically solar panels made of natural slate. Power your house with your roof tiles. This is designed to assist builders and roofers in lifting roof tiles, slates, bricks, and blocks up to the roof, at which point they can decide to have the first of many breaks that day. Brick veneer is a freestanding brick wall installed in the exterior wood frame. You'll be convinced it's real brick, the same way you're convinced I'm a real person and not AI. A chain puller can certainly be a handy piece of kit. Texture, as important in decorating as it is in food. I mean, who wants to look at a boring, smooth surface, right? These are called buy blocks, and as you can see, they're shaping the future one block at a time. Make ordinary asphalt look extraordinary with this ingenious method. Curb Roller's Hydra Screed, powered by the Hydra Pack on this pour, makes it very easy to bull float and finish. This is a DIY modular pergola, for those who find any other kind of pergolas far too stressful to construct. How to install a steel balcony, similar to the one Romeo and Juliet would have used, but, you know, made out of steel. Makes concrete as smooth as that guy you blocked on Tinder. Well, okay, smoother. Removing plaster is almost as tricky as putting it on, unless you do it like this. Just because you don't look at it that often, there's no reason your ceiling should be boring. Looking for that ancient Greek or Roman look? In total, this concrete pour took about 19 hours, 2,350 yards of concrete, 235 truckloads, and a lot of hard work. Lura Lightning Strike Roller Screed, making hard jobs look easy. The construction of a small bridge in West Sacramento. It's a concrete placer and line dragger, and that's a pretty good description of exactly what it does. These clips for grooved installs are kind of groovy. This is a smart mover, as opposed to the stupid mover. He's on his lunch break. There's no need for concrete to be dull. That's right, levers aren't just for trapdoors on the gallows. Because you never seem to have enough hands available when using a screwdriver. Looking at how this thing cuts, bare feet are probably not a good idea. By adding extra modules, this pile cropper unit can process up to 1,200 millimeter CFA piles with the same penetrative force. The installation of a PVC sheet pile. A new innovation in roofing, and I just thought a roof was a roof. A solution on how to fix muddy horse paddocks. I mean, you could get rid of the horse, but otherwise this is a good option. A ladder with a difference. It can be used as a construction lift. It can be used as a hoist. It can even be used, and this will both amaze and astonish you, as a ladder. It's a simple dustpan, made from a simple bucket. Getting a door perfectly level just isn't as simple as it might seem. How did they create those fancy curves? Like this. In this video, you can see the production process of driven piles with the Max Truder driven pile formwork and production system. This innovative precast concrete factory specializes in producing high-quality precast concrete elements using state-of-the-art equipment and innovative manufacturing processes. Construction of S7 Highway Administration Office in Shanghai was a piloting project where bolted connections for precast structures were used. We've shown you some solar tiles. Well, this is a solar pavement, or sidewalk if you're from that part of the world. Here's a trick for installing waterproof membrane, because I know you've been sitting there for the entire video waiting for us to play a clip about waterproof membrane. Why not install these acoustic panels in your home? They'll really bring out the best in your terrible singing voice. We've seen how you lay a brick, but how do you fix a brick that's already been laid? A very different approach to using a paintbrush. A handy hack to fix a common problem. Masonry drainage using the sawing process is becoming more and more important in building renovation. It can be assumed that the water is 100% sealed against rising damp if the work has been carried out competently and conscientiously. The building of the Shefferlands Bridge, United Kingdom. A step-by-step guide to building a retaining wall. Make sure you retain this information. This is called polymeric sanding, and this is the impressive result. An ingenious intake bay for an external pump. Make your water feature the envy of all your neighbors. No bricks, but want bricks? No problem. Another interesting wood-based life hack for you. A handy way to store those messy paint rollers. This is called a pump check, and I'm sure you don't need us to explain why. Wood chipping on an industrial scale. The Pronar MJC 6510 crusher and Pronar MPP 1238S scalping screen. What? You need another retaining wall tip? I told you to retain that information! How to create flawless paving. I mean, yours won't look like this, but at least you can admire his. Do you have a problem with drainage? No, not you personally, your driveway. Well, either way, here's a good solution. Toolboxes are now officially a thing of the past. Removing rust with a simple trick of the trade. Never throw those old nails away. This is what 9 demolition excavators look like when working in perfect harmony. Dura-pipe walls and fittings are made from impermeable polymer ceramic, the ideal material for reliably watertight sewer components. The GRP casing repair work carried out on an underpass at the A71 motorway, United Kingdom. Here's a quick step-by-step on building an outdoor fireplace, because those indoor fireplaces are just a bit too warm. I don't know about you, but my opinion of prefabricated elevators can go up and down. Delta Beam enables slim floors and extensive open spaces, which is good if you're still wearing that cheap aftershave you picked up from Amazon. How to work out external miters like a pro.
And on our occasion is 137 degrees. You have to take that away from 180 degrees. That equals 43. Divide that by 2. And on our occasion, the miter is 21.5 degrees.
A private lesson in how to fit a carpet to a bullnose step. Cutting a tile into this shape must be impossible, right? Wrong! The Cable Smart system is ideal for routing cables on larger scale solar projects, allowing you to suspend power and data cables above ground, negating the need to dig costly trenches. Fast coat thermal and acoustic insulation spray foam can conveniently and easily be applied on indoor and outdoor structures. A time-lapse video from South Lanarkshire Council showing the construction and installation of a rail bridge. It's a pergola again, but this one's got an umbrella. In other words, it's basically a completely different thing, right? How to lay tiles like a pro, and create a satisfying video that satisfied my need for an ASMR fix. Luminous liquid wallpaper? Yep, that's right. It's like something out of a psychedelic nightmare. Like so many things in life, soap is the answer. Avoid leaving paint splodges with this handy tip. Connect hoses with ease using a plastic bottle. The refurbishment of Barmouth Viaduct in Wales. Three weatherproof time-lapse cameras were installed in various locations to capture the progress of this bridge construction, taking nearly 250,000 photographs over 6 months. This system allows anyone to produce modular rooms. With the help of the patented Induo anchor and the corresponding patented Induo modular space node, different building materials such as wood, steel, reinforced concrete, and concrete can be optimally combined. The precision with which he does this is worryingly satisfying. How to make a thermal panel. All you need is loads of this stuff and of these weird machines. Annoyed by wrench slips? Well, be annoyed no longer. Creating the vacuum attachment that never seems to exist. A trick to bring your worn-out screwdrivers back to life. Often referred to as a modular house or a tiny house, this fully fledged residential building is ideally suited for the different needs of singles, couples, families, and seniors, but also for commercial use. Another modular house here, with some very skillful truck driving. The right way to insulate sidewalls with blown-in insulation. Here's how to insulate the facade of your house. But what do you do if your whole life is a facade? Right, next clip. Wallpapering can drive most of us to the edge of a nervous breakdown. Here's a trick for how to deal with an uneven wall. It's what we always wanted Santa to bring us when we were kids. A mechanized putty painting machine. How to transform your pliers into a rapid cutting machine. It can be a real wrench not to have the correct wrench, so why not try this? It's official. There's literally nothing that can't be fixed with duct tape. The installation of Contraflex jackets. Fancy building a wall but not entirely sure? Try these modular temporary wall blocks. These walls by Junew are simple to both install and dismantle. Removing old paint from a ceiling with a distinct lack of fuss. Perfection. Although I get the feeling that this was just an excuse for him to use his big tool. Artificial stone tiles. Well, they look pretty real to me. Some ideas are so smart they almost seem obvious. This is how you do it properly, folks. Small screws, big impact. Harry-up cladding is a newly conceived flexible enclosure system. It helps to achieve a spatial enclosure of the construction site and is an easy-to-assemble and translucent protection for the construction site personnel and the surroundings. See-Through XS is the new compact handheld dual polarization GPR scanner for hassle-free concrete inspection, and NDT Reveal is the integrated software solution for analyzing and managing subsurface data. Haven't heard of Stone Strong? This Stone Strong retaining wall system is being used on a high-profile project in East Tennessee, on the Federal Highway's Foothills Parkway, where the walls are approaching 50 feet tall. Laying floor with a panache. And no, that's not the name of my local joiner. Wondering how to close a seam on a skirting board? Well, sit up straight and pay attention. There's nothing quite as satisfying as grouting, except removing grout, and then re-grouting. An easy way to fix lag screws and create a neat look. How tight should your cable railing be? This tight. Steps to ensure your railing is not only sleek, but super safe. This is called a roof lift. Well, of course it is. The installation of the very latest in solar panel technology. Footage of the installation process for the RMWHF-PL plenum box on a flat roof. GeoHouse is an alternative building method which allows you to build a home in 7 days, which is also how long it takes you to get sick of your next door neighbor. It's pretty precarious, but it gets the job done. It's a drill extender. It extends your drill. What more explanation do you need? Laying your carpet with extreme precision. Surely there's nothing new that can be done with a glue gun. Well, maybe not. DIY hacks for your F-clamps. Installation of the Ventakrov LUX Ridge Aero element. It's never a good idea to carry heavy items up a ladder, especially if you've got one of these. This crazy invention is a sun tunnel and it's pretty cool. Well, actually it's the opposite of cool. A lesson in how to stamp concrete, because I know you've often expressed an interest in concrete stamping. Highlighting a concrete edge, and no colored pens needed. Sick of headaches from a regular corner trim? Say no more. Tired of paintbrushes taking a plunge into the paint can? Fear not. Mastering the art of installing expansion screws. A pro tip. A demonstration of the efficiency of constructing a Plaques wall compared to a cinder block wall. This is the muck stopper. a game changer in construction technology. Cavity wall installation by people who really know what they're talking about. Foam subfloor adhesive, and the stuff that it does. A cutting tool that can make a machete look like a kid's toy. A DIY wrench for you to use when you're doing terrible DIY. Remove nails, left with holes, no worries. Stripping wires like a professional stripper. No, not that variety. Say goodbye to traditional sanding tools. The construction of an arched hall. The process of creating a stunning floor from start to finish. Like naughty kids in school, some bricks just need to be kept apart. Yeah, that's impressive, but could it carry me up the stairs after a hard day of voiceover work? A great way to lay paving without any unnecessary stress, back strain, or meltdowns when you realize you've got the pattern wrong. Another way to create bricks where there are no bricks. How to nail through leather without tears or damage. Once again, a simple plastic bottle becomes the ultimate tool. Remember how fun it was to play with Lego blocks as a kid? Well, installing Ready Rock retaining walls is like that, on a much larger scale. The process of removing grass on a football field and replacing it with new turf. This contraption nails things into the floor for you. And by things, I mean nails, of course. These are called brick tongs, and they save a lot of bother. Can be used for construction projects or really unsafe mountain climbing trips. An original and ingenious way to repair plastic. Plastic repair using a plastic pipe. Your very own DIY camping stove. Stencils being stamped in the street to show a new high pedestrian activity area. Trenchless construction is a cost-effective yet full-fledged way to create a new house connection. It's a vertical wheelbarrow. The rebar tying tool ties up anything you'd like to be tied up. And what you choose to do with that knowledge has nothing to do with me. Okay, this does nothing to alleviate my fear that robots are going to overthrow humanity. How to install a profile light. By the look of it, it's a lot like cleaning your gutters. A neat plumber's trick. A simple lockpicking trick for all the amateur thieves watching. A very cool trick for all those electricians out there. What can you say about this besides peekaboo? It's called a shed dormer lift. This is a road crusher, and you can see exactly where the name comes from. A double-sided paint roller brush. Genius, it's about time! This automatic nailing machine is very handy, especially if you need to nail yourself onto a stupidly steep roof like this. The method of sandblasting an old door. Because why would you sandblast a new door? That'd just be weird. A handmade press for aluminum cans. Leaking pipe? Check this gadget out. Another handy way to unlock a lock. An ingenious tip from a pro in the construction biz. Check out this satisfying footage of a concrete curb and gutter machine. The water stop welding method. How to joint water bars using a welding iron, heater blade, or hot knife. A paint tip which would have impressed even the most talented Renaissance artist. Creating a drywall cutter from a tin can. And finally, one more trick to help with those annoyingly shaped door frames, just for good measure. This video shows the installation of Heliosol on a standing seam metal rooftop of a school in La Rochelle, France. The next stone slate stone post covers are for wrapping existing posts that do not detach, such as any load-bearing post or under porch. We don't need to construct a reason on why you should subscribe to Retrocast Tech. Just do it! It'll take your YouTube viewing to a whole new level.